I made these logos using ChatGPT. The one here is a sophisticated, mature-looking abstract logo. The one on this side is a more playful, more literal interpretation of the logo for the same brand. I'm going to go over a detailed prompt that you can use to create these types of logos. In this video, I'm going to show you how the prompt is constructed and its components, and then I'm going to simply show you it in action on ChatGPT to show you what the conversation looks like and what the outputs are. My name is Zane, and I'm from LandingCube. We help sellers easily and quickly create landing pages for off-Amazon advertising on Google, TikTok, and Facebook. So let's go through the prompt. So the prompt has three components to it. The first component is establishing intent. Very simply telling ChatGPT what we want it to do. The second component is giving it an artistic direction. This part is very important to capture your brand logo's vibe. And I want you guys to really think about this. I will tell you the components in a moment, but I really want you guys to think about it to really capture what your brand's all about and to make sure it appeals to your target demographic. And the last component of the prompt is giving it business details like target demographic and some other components. All right, so let's start. So let's say I'm creating a brand that sells scented candles. First, we establish our intent. So put simply, I tell ChatGPT that it's creating a logo for Amazon FBA. The second component is the artistic direction. So here's how you can describe the artistic direction. First, you can tell it, do you want it to have a modern look, or an alternative is classical? Second, youthful look or more mature? Third, feminine or more masculine? Fourth, playful or more sophisticated? Fifth, luxurious or economical? Sixth, organic or geometric? Seventh, literal or more abstract. And like I said, guys, this is very important that you think about this thoroughly, and I encourage experimentation as well. But what you want to really consider is your target demographic. What kind of vibe is your brand going for? Does it resonate with the people that you actually sell to? And so on and so forth. While it is artistic, it's still got to be thought out pretty logically. Now, after the artistic direction, we want to give it some business details. And if you like this kind of video, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. So the business details are pretty straightforward. First, you got to tell it the target audience. Be very specific about the age group, the gender and interests and income. Second, color preferences. Pretty straightforward. Do you have any colors that you want? I would recommend looking at the color wheel, and if you really want, you can look into color theory. Colors capture certain emotions, so color theory will kind of get into those kinds of details. Three, the font preferences, but I want to make a note here. I don't think ChatGPT is very good at this, so you can leave this part out if you'd like. Fourth, icons or imagery that you'd like to include. Since I'm making a scented candle business, I asked it to include a candle flame. Fifth, tagline, if you have one. Sixth, brand values. This can impact the vibe of the logo. Seventh, any competitor references if you have any. So I'm going to go into ChatGPT and show how this conversation looks with ChatGPT and the outputs that are included. But before that, I'd like to tell you about a book that can really skyrocket your PPC performance.
If you want to learn more on how you can optimize Amazon PPC, you can get a free copy of our ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Amazon Ads, Advanced Tactics and Best Practices. This book has received a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Amazon and has helped beginners and advanced sellers alike. Click the link in the description below to sign up to our emailing list and receive a free copy.
All right, so let's get into ChatGPT and actually implementing this prompt. So like I said, first thing is establishing intent. I am building a brand that sells scented candles on Amazon FBA. The brand logo is demure, and I would like to create a brand logo that embodies the following. So that paragraph right there establishes intent. And let's go into the artistic direction. I wanted it to have a modern look, a youthful look, feminine, playful, luxurious, organic, and literal. And here are the additional details of the business. So all of that artistic direction was created based on this first point here, the target demographic. The target audience is ages 15 to 35, primarily women, income of about $25,000 or higher yearly in the United States. They like to watch videos on TikTok, enjoy being outdoors, journaling, and are very mindful of their space. And that's kind of what I use to make sure that it is feminine, youthful, and very modern looking, and very playful, organic, and a little bit a touch of luxuriousness in there. The color preferences are blue, green, and silver, which are accented. Now I included blue and green because those are kind of the outdoors and mindful kind of colors there. Font preferences, no specific font preferences, but I do want it to be feminine and playful, not overly sophisticated. 4, icons or imagery. An image of a candle flame will work for this. This is literal, so I don't want it to be abstract. I don't want it to like imitate in some weird way a candle flame. 5, packaging and branding context. It'll appear primarily on the packaging and digital platforms, specifically on Amazon. You don't actually have to include this part. I don't think it makes a difference at all, but I did in this prompt, but you don't have to. 6, there is no tagline. 7, brand values. It is a play on TikTok trend about calling things very calm and demure. 8, competitor brands. No references here, but I urge you to include it. So if you're in like a tech space, maybe you like the Apple logo and you can kind of give it that kind of guidance. So I press enter on this prompt and it comes up with a summary of what I'm looking for. As you can see here, it says the visual elements, like typography. It's going with sans serif font with a playful twist, such as rounded edges, which I actually do like. That's a very approachable font. And the overall style is a minimalist, clean look with a touch of whimsy, which gives it that playfulness, and a modern, appealing to a TikTok savvy audience, which is exactly what I'm looking for here, because the entire brand logo is based off that TikTok trend, that very demure, very mindful thing. Would you like me to sketch out or create a visual draft of this concept? I say yes. And then it comes up with this thing, which I love, actually. I would totally use this logo. It's very playful. It definitely is applicable to a younger audience, very TikTok-y, and I like that it included the candle flame and these kind of leaves on the side, which really capture that outdoorsy, very mindful appearance to it. It's using the colors that I asked it for, which is blue and green, and then the outline edges are more kind of silvery in nature, which I love. Now, earlier I said that it's not very good with text. As you can see here, it included scandal, whatever that means, but obviously I wouldn't want that. But either way, you can take this to an official artist on Upwork or Fiverr to kind of finalize the look. Then I ran it again just for fun to get some other options here, and it came up with this. I don't like this at all, really, and this kind of illustrates the point that you need to have a conversation with ChatGPT, right? Like, you need to go back and forth with it to ensure that you get what you're looking for. So I asked it to do another one. And what I don't like about this is like that it includes all this other stuff. So what you need to be is very specific. It's like, please exclude additional factors other than the logo itself. That logo has books in it and such. We scroll down, and then it removed all those books, and it's just the logo here. This one's okay. I don't really like the direction it's going. But for fun, I asked it to change it up a little bit and make it more sophisticated. This one's definitely more sophisticated than the first one, more kind of lines involved, much more elegant, I would say, and not as playful. And I asked it to include the brand name. It just didn't for some reason, so I clarified the brand name is not included in that, and then it does it. So this one I would use if I was looking for a sophisticated kind of look. As you can see here, it's not rounded. The text and lettering is very like sharp. It's still nice looking and it's very luxurious, but that's not what I'm going for my demographic. My demographic likes to be on TikTok, which is generally a very playful kind of platform. So I wouldn't go with this, but just to illustrate the point that you can have a luxurious, more sophisticated look for your brand. You just need to identify it to do that. Then for fun, I added a tagline, which is very mindful, which is of course a play off that meme. And then it adds it in. Don't like this logo at all, but it added that kind of tagline in it. And for fun, I said, make it masculine. And boom, there you go. Definitely far more masculine than the first few. It's more blocky. You can see the lettering. It's more kind of up in your face kind of thing. Still includes the candle flame like I asked it to, and kind of all very good. Anyways, that's how you make a brand logo. What you can do now with this logo is take it to Fiverr, Upwork, or a graphic designer that you know or want to work with and say, hey, this is kind of the direction I want to go for. You can give that graphic designer exactly the same kind of artistic direction that I talked about earlier that I gave ChatGPT, and you can give them the same kind of target demographic, and they might be more precise about what you might be going for. But you know, this is an excellent way to generate a logo, to have a strong vision for your artist and for your brand in the future. And before we close it out here, guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about LandingCube.
If you're looking to build a landing page or collect emails to build your brand audience, check out LandingCube. We're a landing page builder for all your off-Amazon marketing needs, such as Google, TikTok, and Facebook. Click the link in the description below for a free 21-day trial.
And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was valuable, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.